Hey guys, welcome to another video. He Likes to Go here, and today we're going to be showcasing a team in the Fossil Cup that helped me gain a little bit of elo yesterday, and I had a lot of fun playing it. I did not make it myself. It was created by It's Axon, and for those of my friends that are not into the Pokemon scene, was the 2023 World's Champion, so I figured I'd give this team a go, and let's hop into the battles here. We got Sandslash on the lead. I have a rank 2 Shadow Sandslash, and right there, he tried to swap into his Reggie, hoping he would catch an Ice Punch from me, but that did not happen. Instead, I'm going to swap into my Quagsire in the back, eat that Focus Blast, and just farm up some energy and throw that Mud Bomb. And let's see what he decides to do next. Comes in with Poliwrath. I'm going to get as much farm up as I can and fire off a couple Mud Bombs here. I probably could have threw one more, but I was paranoid about getting countered down there with just a little health. Here we're going to come in with Mantine since we fought for Switch and won it. We have the perfect alignment. He's going to throw a couple Icy Winds at me, and I'm actually just going to farm up here, farm our Mantine, and wait for him to swap. Actually, I will throw an Aerial Ace, and then most likely he's going to swap into his back into his Pelipepper. I'm going to come in with my A-Slash. Got the Ice Punch loaded. Doing decent damage there, neutral damage because of his flying type. The water type resisted a little bit, and we're going to come back in with Mantine and just wing attack him down for the W. GG's to the opponent there. Oh, we still got a Poliwrath, that's right. And I ended up throwing the Icy Wind for some bad manners, the resisted move. I didn't have to do that, but GG's. On to the next opponent, we have Lantern in the lead. We're going to just most likely stay up, and I believe I did let him throw first, even though I probably would have gained Charge Attack priority because I have a great ranked Lantern, but I let him throw first just in case he wanted to swap. I wanted to see what he was going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and swap into my Mantine, and that was a huge mistake. I remember meaning to click my Quagsire, and I ended up bringing in Mantine. And this is going to screw up the whole game just because of one simple mistake. But it happens. So we're just going to go ahead and let this Zap Cannon come through and take out my Mantine, wait out my switch clock, and then come back in with the Quaggy. Quagsire here, looking to farm up some energy and throw the Mud Bomb. Reggie will respect it. And I will respect the Focus Blast because I figure my win con at this point is going to be just as much energy as I can with Quagsire. In comes the Poliwrath. This is good for us because I'm so ahead on energy. It's almost like how could I screw this game up even with that mistake? So I believe that I do come back in with the A-Slash and hit it with the Drill Run. And that does come through, but yeah, he's going to go ahead and Icy Wind me. Oh, Dynamic Punch, that's what happens, that's right. Yeah, I will get the Mud Bomb off, but it's just it's not enough for the Reggie with the in the back. GG's to the opponent there. Nextly, we got Jellicent, perfect. We got that Shadow Claw damage. We'll see if he decides to stay in here and fight me. Even though I do have the super effective charge damage there. That's charge attack. I go ahead and fire off the Drill Run, and he will not respect it. I'm thinking, yeah, it's going to be a Shadow Ball. I should be able to farm this thing down, and let's see what he comes in with. Most likely a Fighter, yep. I'm going to go ahead and Drill Run that Poliwrath right away. He will respect it, and I end up safe swapping into Quag and drawing out the Ferrothorn, which is great because we don't want this to deal with Mantine in the back later. In hindsight, it seemed like a good idea, but I was initially swapping a water ground into a grass, but I had to do what I had to do there and see if I could save Sandslash here for these for the end game sweep. Sandslash goes down, and we end up coming in with Mantine, and this is beautiful for us because he's going to go ahead and Icy Wind us and debuff us, and we are stuck with that debuff, but I'm going to go ahead and get that Aerial Ace off before he drops another one. Farmer Mantine, just farming up. I could have probably made it before he threw the Icy Wind, but I didn't want him to potentially catch my move and throw my energy there. So we're going to go ahead and just keep farming, just like he did right there. He caught my move, but that's okay. We're still going to come in and farm. He's going to hit me with one more Icy Wind. I do have a shield left, and we're going to wing attack down for the W. GG's to the opponent there. Next match, Ferrothorn in the lead. This is good. We're going to go ahead and most likely Icy Wind or Ice Punch right away. Get some neutral damage in there. And I believe that I will no shield this because I can eat any move, even a Flash Cannon. It wouldn't be great, but I could take it. We're going to go ahead and fire off Ice Punch number 2, grab shield number 1. I might shield this one up, I'm not sure. I go ahead and let the Power Whip go through, and I throw another Ice Punch, looking to knock the Ferrothorn out, which is beautiful. Because we don't want that Pokemon to see my back line at all. We're going to come right in, beautiful alignment with the Mantine, and through the Aerial Ace. Let's see if we grab a shield. We do grab a shield. So now we've grabbed both shields. We're up 2 shields, and pretty much an unlosable match at this point. I'm going to go ahead and let him hit me again with that. That's fine. Aerial Ace coming through. Let's see what he's got in the back. It's going to be a Pelipper, and I'm going to farm up to this Stone Edge, and he will forfeit. GG's. Next lead, Ferrothorn again. Let's see what he decides to do. He goes into Mantine, and I swap into Quag. So this is going to be a back and forth battle. Mantine looking to throw the Aerial Ace. I will farm up to the Stone Edge and throw it. I'm not here to bait. I'm here to get that damage. He will respect it, and I will get shield number 1. Now I'll start shielding up the Quagsire, because I'm pretty sure at this point he will expand both shields in this matchup, and he does. So now at this point, I do let this one go through, and I'm just able to maybe make another Stone Edge. I'm not. Perfectly fine. We're going to come back in with the Ace, come back in with my own Mantine. Most likely take a couple Aerial Aces. He might build up to the Ice Punch. I'm sure he doesn't want to swap out at this point, because he probably has a fighter in the back. I'm thinking something like that, so we're going to go ahead and Ice Beam this Mantine. Some neutral damage coming through. I will let the Aerial Ace come through, and then I will most likely bank a move and aggressively swap into A-Slash and throw off these Ice Punches here before this Pelipper gets too much damage in on me. He's throwing resisted wing attacks, but the Weather Ball does tickle. I will get that Ice Punch off again. So fast to build up those moves. I tried to undercharge a little bit there so I could get a little extra damage, but it didn't work out. That's quite okay. I still have a Ferrothorn in the back. Is this winnable? Let's see. Throw off this Drill Run here. Do some awesome damage. I do have a shield left. My only lose con would be a potential catch, but there's just no way. He tried it right there, and he forfeits the match. GG's. Next lead, we have an A/Mirror match. Let's see how this goes. So we're going to both farm up to the Drill Run here. Somehow he got Charge Attack priority, but that's okay. He must have a rank 1. I'm going to go ahead and bait with the Ice Punch, and he just called the bait. It's not good. At this point, I'm going to have to get out of here and bank that Drill Run for later. I could have swapped into Quag, but I felt like because I would have drawn like a Pharaoh out, that would have countered me or something. I'm going to go ahead and Aerial Ace this Jellicent coming in. This is not the worst Pokemon to be coming in right here, but I'm going to go ahead and try to throw on good timing there. But he ends up building up a little bit extra. That's okay. I'm going to just fire off these Aerial Ace from Farmer Mantine here. And he goes ahead and throws his Shadow Ball. That's alright at this point. I'm going to go ahead and Icy Wind this Jellicent. He is going to shield up. And I'm going to go ahead and most likely shield up as well, because I do want to play this out and maybe farm down, or no, I'll go ahead and I try to farm down with Quag. It doesn't work out, so I might end up getting myself surfed right here, but that's completely fine. Coming in, we have the Sandslash. Sandslash looking to throw that, most likely an Ice Punch, okay. And I will Stone Edge this Mantine in the back coming in. Hopefully grab his last shield. I believe if I could have baited right there, I definitely actually wouldn't have even got to the Stone Edge. And he throws the perfect undercharge, and that's just a good game. On to the next opponent, we have a regular Sandslash. We're going to go ahead and possibly this time bait. Yeah, we do bait again, hoping that he gets the shield. We do get the shield, that's good news. Go ahead and he's going to most likely bait as well, but just in case, we're going to respect it. And then I will, oof, he catches a Drill Run onto a Mantine. That was a beautiful catch, but I'm going to go ahead and charge up to an Ice Punch and most likely bank it for later and catch an Aerial Ace coming through. Oh, it was a Water Pulse, okay. This Mantine means business right here. That's all right. We're going to most likely go ahead and eat this Aerial Ace. Perfectly fine. I am going to build up to just under 2 Stone Edge. I might be able to make the second. If not, that was a bit of a misplay. But if not, oh, it's okay. We knocked him out. He wants to save that shield. And I'm going to go ahead and Mud Bomb this Sandslash coming in. And force him to throw his energy. That's beautiful. And then I come in with my own Mantine. What does he have in the back? It's going to be a Shadow Quagsire. This could be tricky, but I'm going to go ahead and Ice Beam this thing. He's going to he knows he can live either a Water Pulse or an Ice Beam, so I'm going to go ahead and he's going to most likely Stone Edge, and I do have to respect that. And I come in with the Aerial Ace, taking the last shield. And then I do have a loaded Ice Punch on the Sandslash in the back, and that's a good game, well played. lot of fun using this team. Shout out Attribution again. And we got Mantine on the lead. He's going to stay swapping the Poliwrath. I was a turn late there swapping. That's perfectly fine with me. I'm going to go ahead and let the Poliwrath throw this Ice Punch. I didn't know people were still running that these days. It's usually just Icy Wind, but I'm going to go ahead and Airlight Sustain for some big damage since he doesn't have the debuff on the Icy Wind there. He has Ice Punch instead. And then coming in, we're going to most likely have it's a Mantine Mirror match now. And I probably do shield this, yeah, and because I want to get a couple ice beams off on him. Mantine looking to throw that aerial ace right here, and I go ahead and save swap and catch one onto my Sandslash. I already know I eliminated the fighter in the back, but no, he has a second fighter. He has Lucario, and I barely get that drill run off for that to take his one of his shields. Now it's up to Quag. Sorry, can we go ahead and come in here and call the bait? He does. Oh, it's just a power up punch anyway. And I'm gonna go ahead and try to throw in good timing, but didn't end up happening there. I will knock out the Lucario, and now it's up to Quagsire versus Mantine. Can I get the Stone Edge off? Number one. I will shield up this. Oh no, I go ahead and let the aerial ace go through, and I have a Mantine loaded with an Ice Beam in the back. GG's to the opponent. Next lead, Registeel, beautiful. This is exactly where we want it. We're gonna go ahead and try to get up to a drill run. He will most likely use a shield. He does use a shield, and I will also use a shield because I thought it was gonna be a Focus Blast, but it is a Zap Cannon, and he does get the debuff. That's unfortunate for us, but we're gonna go ahead and build up a little bit extra now because I know he expanded all that energy, and I'm gonna bank one for later and catch one onto the Quagsire. And that will draw out a Jellicent. That is beautiful. We're gonna go ahead and fire off the Stone Edge here, doing some decent damage. And I believe I'll throw a Mud Bomb just to chip at this thing as much as I can because I typically don't want to use my shield, but I might have to see what I end up doing. I do shield up the Surf so I can get a little bit extra damage on this Jelly. This big old jellyfish. And I believe I do let another Surf go through, and I'll come back in with one of my Pokemon in the back, start farming. Farmer Mantine coming in. And this is just going to be a Surf, I know that, because he used all his energy already. What do we have in the back? That Registeel, and I catch onto the... Oof, he swaps into Poliwrath, and I get the drill run off, but that's perfectly fine. We're going to get some decent damage and or the last shield. We don't get the shield, but we're going to go ahead and catch this Icy Wind and get debuffed by the Poliwrath. Perfectly fine. We're going to build up a couple aerial aces and undercharge just a little bit, and most likely get this air lace off on the Registeel. And I believe since I am debuffed, he knows he's not going to have that shield up there, but I'm going to go ahead and farm down this steel type Pokemon with the Mantine. GG's to the opponent. Next match, Lantern. You know how this goes. We're going to build up the drill run, fire it on good timing, and I believe he does throw a Surf. A lot of them throw Surfs thinking that a lot of people, because of Shadow Pokemon, expect us to shield and stuff just because they're Shadow, but I don't have to shield the second time. I will shield up the first one, but I'll shield up the second just so I can build up another drill run, knock that fish out, and then also get to a drill run on this Tentacle, which is beautiful for us. Grabbing that last shield, and I come with my Quagsire. We're looking good here. He's going to throw the Scald, and I'm going to go ahead and he's going to throw in the Ferrothorn, and this might have been a misplay. Maybe I could have stayed in with Quag, but I didn't want to let him get ahead on energy and possibly build up to that Thunder, which would knock my Mantine right out the sky. So I will most likely not make it to, I will make it to just one aerial ace. Mantine looking to throw that Thunder before I can get to another one, and that's perfectly fine because I do have the Quagsire in the back, which I think I can get a farm off without throwing a move. I don't want to let him get that power whip off on me, so I got to fire a little bit of energy. And in comes the Tentacle, and this is where I messed up. I could have farmed up a little bit more, and instead I threw my moves too fast, and now I'm going to end up losing the match. GG's to the opponent. Not my fault, just the team. Not the team's fault, just my fault there. Misplay, Lantern in the lead coming in. We're going to go ahead and swap into Poliwrath. Somebody must have made a video with Lantern lead, Poliwrath safe swap, and Steel in the back, because it seems like that's everybody's line. You'll see for the next few games, that's how it ends up going here. I end up wing attacking this thing down, and he comes back in with the Lantern, of course. I'm just going to go ahead and throw this aerial ace. I am debuffed. There's not much I can do just to chip a little bit of damage. Lantern looking to spark me down, and I will come in the Quagsire because I know I can eat any energy from Lantern. Surf number 1 coming through. Surf number 2 coming through. And I'm waiting for him to swap to see what that last Pokemon is. I'm going to throw my Mud Bomb, and I believe he lets it go. He does let it go because he wants to save his shields for this Berserker in the back, but I end up just having so much energy on the Quagsire. Mud Bomb number 1 coming through, Mud Bomb number 2 coming through. I'm going to go ahead and swap in and just Shadow Claw this thing down. GG's to the opponent. Next, another Lantern lead, another Poliwrath Safe Switch. So you've seen this matchup before. I could have got to that aerial. I should have thrown that aerial ace off first, but it's all good. He actually probably had the priority as well, because I'm a little bit late to the swaps each time. I'm like a second late. But it's all good. We're having a lot of fun here with this team. And he goes ahead and Icy Winds me. And I have plenty of loaded energy. He comes back in with the Lantern. It's just pretty much almost the same match as last time, but it's not, because one was a Shadow Poliwrath. Another release, and I'm going to come back in with the Quagsire. Same play, same game plan. Eat Surf number 1. See what he decides to do. I will throw off the Mud Bomb on good timing right before he throws that other Surf. And this is going to be a back and forth battle. I believe he does not want to swap. He knows what my other Pokemon is, so I believe that he's weak to Sandslash in the back, or Quagsire in the back, so just his combination together is really put in work. And let's see what he does here. I'm going to go ahead and Mud Bomb him, shoot this fish down, and he's got Registeel in the back, and I do have plenty of energy, head-on energy. I'll get to the Drill Run number 1 and then the Drill Run number 2 shortly after that. End up shielding up a Focus Blast, and that's perfectly fine, because that's going to be a good game. Well played. Next opponent, going to be Azumarill. Interesting pick. I believe this is just going to be a back and forth battle here. He does have Hydro Pump would be threatening, but I believe this Azumarill does not have Hydro Pump. I thought he did, so I shielded up. The Play Rough would still do a little bit of damage, but not much. And he's going to go ahead and catch a Drill Run onto his Steelix. I don't know what he was thinking right there, but I'm going to go ahead and just stay in and swap into my Quagsire real quick. Bank that for later, and Mud Bomb this big metal snake. He's going to let that thing go down, and then here comes Ferrothorn, of course. Double steel line in the back. And I believe I do let the Mud Bomb go through. I mean the Power Whip. I'm down a shield, but I do have energy on the Sandslash, so let's go ahead and just start spamming off these Ice Punches, and I believe I will start pulling shields here. Ice Punch number 1. He throws a full-on Flash Cannon. I go ahead and swap into my Mantine and bank that energy for later, which is going to come in clutch. Farmer Mantine here is just going to keep farming up to a bunch of Aerial Aces and let him throw his energies like a squishy sponge. And so I have enough for the Pokemon coming back in. Azumarill goes down. Ferrothorn looking to not really do much. He's not much he can do. He's just going to go Wing Attack down, and he knows it, so he tops lefts and GG. Next opponent, Escavalier, terrible lead. We're going to go ahead and switch into the Quagsire, and that pulls out the Jellicent. Jellicent looking to throw the Surf most likely, but I CMP tie, and I get the Stone Edge off. He does respect it. Personally, as the Jellicent, I wouldn't have blocked that because it does not do too much damage, but I'm going to go ahead and fire off use my shield back and fire off Stone Edge number 2. He doesn't block that one. And I will also not block this one if I'm not mistaken. Actually, no, I lost lead, so I do need to fight for switch, which I'm going to do right here. Flip the switch with a couple of Mud Bombs. He lets it go through. Let's see what he comes in with. What's it going to be? It's going to be his own Quagsire, Shadow Quag versus regular Quag. And I'm just going to start spamming off these Mud Bombs. Eventually, hopefully grab the last shield. That's what we're looking to do here, instead of swapping out or anything like that. Actually, I do swap out and I catch hopefully an Aqua Tail or a Mud Bomb. Yep, beautiful, onto my Mantine. Mantine's going to most likely get Stone Edge coming in, but that's perfectly fine. We do live that, and we also live long enough to fire off an Aerial Ace against this Escavalier, which will start adding up. The counters are non-stab boosted, so they do not hurt the Mantine. And then we're going to come back in with Quagsire, fire off the Mud Bomb. This team has so much combo play to it, man, and we will reach Mud Bomb number 2 before the Quag is able to fire off his own. GG's. Moving on to the next opponent, Registeel. This is where we want this Pokemon right here. We want to go ahead and fire off the Drill Run. I could also bait with the Ice Punch, but that is way too devastating of a bait to lose. He goes ahead and zap cannons me and does not get the debuff, so I'm thinking, I'll go ahead and just stay in against this Azumarill. Build up to a couple of drill runs eventually, plus the Shadow Claws, they will start adding up. We will start pulling shields, or we will eventually just swap out and bank a move for later, and that's what we do. Swap in the Mantine. Fires off play rough number 1, play rough number 2 coming through, that's perfectly fine. And we're going to go ahead and farm up this Mantine, farm our Mantine coming through. We're going to go ahead and fire off their Aerial Ace, let that thing go down. He comes back in with the Regin. I will fire off Aerial Ace again. He knows it's not going to do anything. He won't be blocking that, but I'm going to go ahead and keep staying in because this is going to force him to come back in with the Ludicolo and catch an Aerial Ace. That was an awesome catch. We're going to come back in with the Sandslash and fire off a couple of Ice Punches here, build up as much as we can, taking that resisted damage from his fast move pressure, and get to the second one here. He is going to, we CMP tie there, and I'm going to get another Ice Punch off, and I'm going to see if I can come in and farm this Quagsire down. This has been an awesome match, man. Great. Maybe if I just swapped right there and saved one little save an attack for later, I could have came through and won this game, man. But he has a Registeel in the back loaded with that Focus Blast and the GG's. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. And I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. And I'll see you in the next one.